Hey, my beautiful Pisces souls. I am super excited for today's transmission for you. This one is going to be about your Uranus retrograde in the third house, which is going to happen on the 20th of August until the end of the year. So I will check because, Uranus is very powerful and it's very emphasized right now because we are in the Aquarian age and Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. So Uranus is all about awakening, of initiation, of unity consciousness, of equality, of empowerment and individuality and like justice for nature and like consciousness in general, transmissions, connecting to the wisdom, to ancient wisdom and to the wisdom of the cosmos and to astrology, the metaphysics and esoterics, new age. So all of this is Uranian energy, and for you it's in the third house, and the third house is all about communication, of exchange, of teaching, of energy transmissions, but also intuition and wisdom that comes from the beyond. Like especially for Pisces risings, this energy is all about that, or the third house is a lot about your intuitive knowing. So it's different for every sign, but for Pisces risings, like the third house is very magical and mystical, and also more about your insights. It's for every water sign. It's like that. Also, Scorpio risings and Cancer risings, they also have in the third house a lot of intuitive energy. Like it's more this inner knowing. So I drew some cards for you, and I just want to tap into that and see what this Uranus retrograde has in store for you, which transmission is pouring through me into your heart, into your soul. So first of all, I drew the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is a very beautiful card. It's very magical. You will have a picture afterwards of that as well. So the Six of Wands is about trusting your inner magic, right? It's very Pisces colors. It has a lot of purple and blue and turquoise and rose quartz energy with it. So it's about trusting your inner magic, trusting your abilities, because Pisces, they oftentimes do not trust their inner depth and their deep inner knowing because, they grew up in a society where they had to just adapt to a world where the pace was so much quicker than their own pace, and they just had always the feeling of not being good enough, and they were feeling so deeply, and Pisces souls are so deeply connected to love, and so they come onto this earth with this pure loving aura, very receptive, very open, very connected, and very soon they learn to harden up, they learn to become more shallow, to pursue the material, shiny, glittery things. Like a lot of Pisces risings are actors, for example, to be more on the shallow, outer, glittery, glamour facade, because they actually are super afraid of their inner depth, because they had to learn to protect themselves in a world where this depth and this connection was just not appreciated, and where it was actually dangerous as well to feel so deeply. So this trauma of the Pisces soul, it's a real thing, and also they are super afraid of confrontation and of conflict, because in our society we were just not taught to deal with our emotions in a constructive way. So Pisces are so sensitive that for them conflict brings up a lot of trauma, because a lot of people were just engaging with emotions in a very destructive, in a very destructive way. So for them it's basically shutting down and avoiding conflict, because they're so afraid of this of being hurt, and of this depth and of this power of emotion, really. So for the Pisces soul, like with the Six of Wands, what I see is that this card wants to remind you of your inner magic and that you're so connected, and please trust your intuition and follow the flow of life, like reconnect with the flow of life and go with the flow and trust your inner guidance. This is what this card is all about. Trust your inner guidance. And then we have the King of Wands as well. And this is very interesting because the King of Wands is also about leadership meant, but connected to the heart. Like this card wants to tell you, Pisces soul, that it's time, also with Uranus in the third house, to take the lead and communicate from your heart space. Communicate whatever is alive within you and expand by really not shying away from conflict and from standing out and from being perceived as different, because this is what Uranus is about. So by speaking your truth, you will stand out, you will be unique in this way because you're communicating from your heart space, and not many people are able to do that. But this is something that you have as a gift, to bring out into the world. This is true leadership, to really be connected on a heart level to everyone and to communicate what's true for you nonetheless. So this card really is a leadership card, and it wants to reinforce you that you have the abilities to lead, and that actually society really needs your energy right now, really needs your heartfelt truth right now, really needs leaders that are connected to the heart and who do not shy away from their own inner truth, and who kind of connect with their visionary abilities and to lead from that, to lead from the inner realms. This is what I see, because this is really needed in our day and age. And then I have the Tower, and the Tower is basically it's our time quality right now. We're in a time quality of Tower. Like everything is crumbling, everything is super insecure, and kind of everyone is clinging onto the old, but we have to let that go. So Tower wants to remind you, you have to let that fear go. You have to let go of being afraid of conflict. You have to let go of the old self, of your shell, of your shallow side, in order to go deeper. So embrace change and shed into something new. And if you don't do that, what Uranus does is if you don't embrace that for yourself, and if you're backing away from that, what Uranus does is that it kind of shocks you into this initiation process. So something really abrupt will come, and something when you're clinging too much into your old self and old habits and escapism and wanting to flee and not wanting to take responsibility for yourself, then Uranus will come and just shake you out of that and will just initiate you through shock. So embrace change, embrace that everything is ever changing, and embrace that you are changing, and embrace the depth of yourself. Embrace your mystical, magical self, and embrace your vulnerable, receptive, sensitive self, because this is so needed in this day and age. So the Tower reminds me of you clinging onto escapism and not wanting to take responsibility, and feeling like you're not worthy and not good enough for this society because you're so wrong, because you're so different than everyone else. But your difference, your different opinion, and your different voice through intuition is so needed right now. Even though it's not based on facts and logic, when you have to say something, this is actually what society needs, that you connect with that inner voice and communicate it to us. And then I have the Nine of Cups for you. And the Nine of Cups is a beautiful card, because this shows me the future, right? This is what everything of that holds for you in the future. And this card is a blessing. It just tells you, once you dare to embrace change and dare to embrace your abilities and mystical side and your spiritual self and unconditional love, like your heart space and your depth and your sensitivity and your receptiveness, and also your longing for love, because this is the Pisces soul. Pisces souls want nothing but love. They really just want love. So they are ever searching for love, and they just want to help, they want to help people to evolve and to be loved. And this is so pure. And so like Pisces souls are so generous and so pure and so naive, but naive in the sense of, they have this childlike energy, this source energy, this naive energy, but they had to protect themselves. So a lot of Pisces souls seem super hard on the surface, but this is a facade. They're actually super soft and super tender beings. So dear Pisces souls, this Nine of Cups, they want to remind you that you are a blessing. Your energy and your depth is a blessing, and once you open up for that, like, you have this ripple effect, or you will create this ripple effect that more and more people can be vulnerable and can open up, because you are communicating from your heart space and opening up and putting your emphasis on a deeper connection, on love, on actually Christ consciousness, which is oneness. You know, you're opening up for oneness, and you're encouraging everyone else to bridge conflict and to unite, through communicating your unique point of view, and that this doesn't have to lead into separation, but that this will actually bring us closer together. Okay, next I drew for you the light cards, and I wanted to see like what else is there, like what else can we see from different card deck. And the first card I drew, and this is super interesting because everything, is connected with each other, and this is emphasizing what I saw with the other cards. So this card is the Seer Energy, the Oracle Energy, and it basically wants to tell you, you are a seer, connect with your inner vision, connect, trust your intuition, trust what you are seeing, trust what you are sensing. And this is also the third house. The third house and Uranus there is really that you're getting kind of transmissions, that you're getting insights, intuitive insights, and inner knowing. And this card wants to remind you that yes, you have these psychic abilities, trust them. As a Pisces soul, you're so connected. Trust that energy. Please trust that energy. And then I drew the Gate of the Angels. And the Gate of the Angels, this is, again, like they want to tell you that you are connected to the network of light around you, that once you dare to expand your field through tapping into your heart space, once you dare to become more receptive, or remember that you are this receptive being and step out of this shell you created for yourself, this numbness, this escapism, and really face what you feel, really face what you perceive, then you are so connected to the angelic realms, to the light beings, and they have so many beautiful messages for you, and also so many blessings, and they want to help you. And like, you can really talk to them. I do that, before readings and everything. I open my auric field, I open it up to them, and I ask them to protect me and to flow through me during the reading, like right now. So these energies are there, and you can invite them, you can bless them, and you can invite them into your life, and they will literally flow through you and literally will protect you in this receptive, open state that you are. They will cleanse you from energies that are not good for you. Once you work with them, once you learn to connect with them again on a heartfelt level, once you dare to see beyond, and this is your ability, dear Pisces soul, once you dare to tap into this energy, you are so much more powerful. And then I see once again the King of Wands, that you have this leadership ability through being so connected to the energy around us. And then I got the Mirror for you, and the Mirror also actually wants to, what comes through with this card is, again, that you're connected to other dimensions, and that once you realize that you are this love, unconditional love embodied, you will mirror it back. Like, you can see it in others as well. And this will like be the bridge to community, to connection, to deeper connection. So once you realize that you are love embodied, that everything you were always craving for on the outside, everything you always wanted was love. And when you realize that you are love, and that love is always around you, and that you can literally open up to receive it from the angelic realms and from the light beings around you, that love will just flow through you, and that you will be so fulfilled, because this is in conjunction with the Nine of Cups as well. There's so much blessing in that, and you will feel so fulfilled and so deeply satisfied on a heart level that it will have a ripple effect, and that everyone will mirror that back to you, and you will mirror it back to them. Okay, so this is what I see. And then I asked the Lightworkers Oracle deck. It's such a beautiful and powerful deck. I asked, like, who is supporting you in that right now? What else is there for you, Pisces souls? And literally what I got is the heart transmission. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you are so receptive to transmissions from the light network around you. Like, once you open your heart and trust in your psychic abilities, trust in your intuitive knowing, you will get wisdom we can benefit from. You know, we need this wisdom. We as a society need this wisdom. And the second card I drew was the paradigm shift. So we need this wisdom for this paradigm shift. And the paradigm shift also came in conjunction with the tower, you know, the change energy. So everything is changing. We are in the middle of a paradigm shift, and you can help us through this heart transmission. And heart transmission has the number 37, and this is in human design, in Gene Keys, it's gate 37 is about this feminine mother quality. It's this tenderness, you know, the tender feminine heart that is opening up to others, and that is so receptive and so loving, unconditionally loving. And we all are longing for this energy, and you Pisces souls have that energy. And literally, you, when you open up for this, you will receive transmissions from the psychic world, from the angelic realms. So trust that, trust your heart, trust your intuition, trust this guidance, because this is so needed. You are so needed. You are a leader in this time because you are connected to something else than logic. And even though we cannot explain it, this is exactly what we're longing for. This is exactly what we need, what society needs. Even though people will say, this is so different, this is so unique, this is typical Uranian energy. And you have Uranus in the third house of communication. So people won't always get you. They will think you're a freak once you communicate from your heart space, once you communicate from the outer realms, once you put your transmissions out there. But do it for yourself, like practice for yourself. Do, for example, because the third house is also about writing, so, and also teaching. So trust that it's like when you do teachings of any kind, trust that you can tap into group consciousness, and that you just without preparing, that the information they need will come out for them, right? This is how you can practice, like trust your intuition in the moment without preparation, and then opening up for whatever comes through, right? Without perfection, but from this heart space. Or what you could also practice is writing in flow. So just sit down and then start writing about a topic, about anything, or like connect to your higher self or to the angelic realms or to whatever, and then start writing and see what comes through. Like start writing and write for 10 minutes through, and then you will come into kind of a flow state where you don't think anymore, but where everything is just pouring out of you. And then read that and then see actually which transmissions come out of me once I stop thinking, overthinking, and once I allow myself to tap into this ability of mine, because we all have this ability. We all have it. Every human being has it. Like there's so much more than what our senses can perceive, which is so logical as well, right? Like there's so many animals that have better senses than we are, and who see the world so different than we do. So thinking that what we see or what we can touch or what we smell is everything there is pretty naive. So once you dare to see beyond and trust your energy field and trust what you perceive from this energy, from this auric field, and tap into your heart space, root into your heart space, and trust yourself with that, and open your throat chakra, because this is the third house of communication. Open your throat chakra, and also singing, you know, like intuitively sing. See which sounds come out. See when you don't actually think about it, what does come out, how do you want to express yourself intuitively. So this is how you can tap into this energy. This is how you can work with that, and Uranus will really help you with that right now. Uranus wants you to wake up to these abilities and to communicate it to society, because we all long for that and we need it, even though some of them will reject you in the beginning, but your soulmates, those who will need that, will come to you, and they will be so grateful for your transmissions, because you are literally connected to the future, to, you know, the seer energy, to, you're a visionary, and you can kind of sense what's coming, and you can help people to trust deeply through this unconditional love you're embodying. So dear Pisces souls, this is my transmission for you. I love you, and I love your gifts, and I love your soul energy. So I hope this reading was helpful for you to remember your uniqueness and your gift to this world. And I send you so much love and light. Mwah.